So here it is, the new 801 with the 4 amp hour power pack. So we'll test that alongside the 805, clutch, hyper tough, Ingersoll Rand, and I also have the Bosch 400 there to test it with the new 6 amp hour and 8 amp hour tablets. This is going to be max watts with a 4 to 6 amp hour battery. Up first we have the clutch with the 6 amp hour producing 479 watts, and this is an average of 3 pulls each. Hyper tough with the 4 amp hour producing 308. Ingersoll Rand with the 5 amp hour producing 358. Bosch with the 6 amp hour producing 498. The older Dewalt DCD805 with the 5 amp hour power stack, again producing 1011. And the new DCD801 coming in at 994. So still on top we have the 805, followed real close here by the new 801, then the Bosch 400, the clutch, the Ingersoll Rand, and the Hyper Tough. So we compare this data from previous videos. Again, focusing on 4 to 6, the Dewalt 805 is on top, followed by the second generation Ryobi here, and then the Flex, with the new Dewalt DCD801 coming in 4th place. And low on the list, you'll find the Bosch, the clutch, the Ingersoll Rand, and the Hyper Tough here. If you look at max watts, 4 to 6 amp hour here again with the compact drills, yeah, Flex is still on top. Then we have the M18 there in the Metabo HPT. And you can see farther down we have that Bosch, Ingersoll Rand at the bottom there with the Hyper Tough. Now when we focus on what they're kitted with battery-wise, here I did substitute in the 4 amp hour power pack for the 805, which actually pushes it to 1052, followed by the 801 at 959, and then again that second gen Ryobi here at 721. Looking at torque with the kit battery, that Gen 2 Ryobi on top, yeah, it is a larger frame drill there, producing 233. Then we have the 805, followed by the Hercules, and again, that is a larger frame drill as well. Then the Bauer and the new DCD801. Now, max torque with best battery. Again, this is a 4 to 6 amp hour range. The Hercules is on top, followed by the Cobalt, then the second gen Ryobi, Bauer, Flex, 805, 801. We look at that max torque with a 4 to 6 here with the compacts in comparison. Again, HPT on top, Dewalt and Flex, with the Ingersoll Rand and the Bosch in the middle, and the Hyper Tough here at the bottom, but actually beating the Makita here. So when we break this down per drill, the clutch, yeah, the clutch comes with the 2 amp hour, but ideally you're running the 4, 6, or even 8 here. Hyper Tough, kind of the same story. You want to be above that 1.5 that comes in the kit. And I also tested it with the clutch batteries here, the 2, the 4, and the 8. But in all reality here, you're going to want to run the 4 amp hour. Ingersoll Rand, very little difference between the 2.5 and the 5 here. DCD801, impressive performance with the 1.7. I did add the 2 amp hour here. I mean, there are still some kits out there being sold with that battery, and look how poor, in this case, the performance is. And there's quite a big difference between the older 4 and the new tabless 4. So ideally, you're running the 1.7, the new 4, the 5 amp hour power stack, or even the 8 amp hour power pack there. Looking at the Bosch, so I was able to add the 6 amp hour and the 8 amp hour tablets here to the list. Yeah, basically the 6 is falling between the 4 and the 8, and there's really no difference here running the standard 8 or the new tablets 8. So the Hyper Tough, yeah, came in last here. Overall though, quality seems pretty decent with a kit price of $55 with a 1.5 amp hour. Now I really wish it came with a 2 or even a 4, but in all reality we do have to think about that price tag of $55. 21 position clutch. Of course you have drill mode. And this is also a hammer drill, which is shocking to me because I think homeowner wise, you just want a regular drill driver. So you could have brought the size down here and also the price a little bit. But it does have a fully metal 1/2-inch chuck here, along with a high-low gearbox. And of course it is made in China. And in all reality, it is quite compact. One thing to keep in mind though, clutch batteries do fit and operate on hyper tough tools. Bosch 400, yeah, we tested this years ago in a previous test video, but it was laying around and I wanted to run it with the new 6 amp hour and also this 8 amp hour tabless. So of course the 6 amp hour falls between the 4 and the 8 there, and we actually really don't see a gain with the 8 amp hour tabless. 1/2-inch full metal chuck, again 20 position clutch here, 2-speed gearbox, and is made in Malaysia. Overall, okay performance with a kit price of $100 with a 2 amp hour battery. Ingersoll Rand, full metal 1/2-inch chuck, 17 clutch positions, 2-speed gearbox, made in China. Overall, to me, decent performance for the size of this drill. It is quite narrow there. I would classify this as compact, but honestly to me what kills this is the price tag of drill only of $160. So first place, of course, goes to the DCD801 here. And no, I don't have the 800 to compare it directly to, but I do have the 805, which just basically, for the most part, is the hammer drill version of the 800. Performance-wise, the 800 was right there with the 805. So in all reality here, if you're purchasing this, you're really only gaining the anti-rotation feature to hopefully protect your wrist. Which honestly, yeah, I would say it's definitely needed here with the amount of power this drill has. I really would have liked to see a way to attach a handle to this drill, but other than adding the anti-rotation, nothing's really changed here. Yes, they claim a little more power, but it is quite pricey with drill only of $180, and the kit comes with 2 4 amp hour power pack batteries there, running $270. Let's take a little peek inside this battery. Should be running those gray Ampace batteries there, which it is, so basically exactly like the 8 amp hour, just half the batteries. So yeah, it's great to see we got this 4 amp hour, definitely something DeWalt need to add to the lineup there. So yeah, there you have it, nice little update there with the 801 getting the anti-rotation, and DeWalt also coming out with the 4 amp hour power pack. HyperTough could be a decent value play there, with the kit coming in at $55. Hopefully you found this video useful. Let us know in the comments below if you have any of these and how they work for you. Master specs and data will be at the end, like normal. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.